Welcome to the Ska History Hour with your host, Daryl Rubio, where the purpose of this channel is to spread awareness of ska music and its subgenres to the world. Our guests today are members of Analog Daydream from Anniston, Alabama. We've got Tim, we've got Mike. Tim, you and I met briefly at Supernova last year at your merch table, getting some of the awesome stuff that you put out on Skank Bank, and what you're doing over there in Alabama is fucking truly awesome. Appreciate you. Today, we do have a special co-host, Mr. Mikey Rude from that radio program, That Same Old Show out of Hawaii. Mikey, it's always a pleasure having you on. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure, brother. Always a pleasure being here.
Yeah.
What up, Mikey?
What's up, guys? Aloha.
Aloha. Gentlemen, we appreciate all of you taking the time to share your time with us, your stories, and your music with the ska community. Mike, Tim, please tell us a little bit about yourselves, including your role in the band, where you grew up, and where you now live.
Okay, for a second, though, this is confusing to me because this is also Mikey. So I'm just going to start calling him Dose, right? For this interview,
Okay.
It'll be Mikey Dose.
Okay.
Right? Anyway, my name's Tim Fortner. I sing and I play guitar in Analog Daydream. I grew up. I'm a gypsy, man. I grew up all over the country. I lived in Southern California, lived in Florida, lived in Georgia, lived in Maine, lived in Massachusetts through high school, North Dakota for 15 years. And now I'm in Alabama. So, yep. And it's been wild.
What the hell? Well, before Mikey Dubs goes on, what the hell took you from Southern California
right to Alabama?
Oh man, hey, look, if it's that type of podcast, we can go into that whole thing. I mean, it's
we can.
Yeah. So my mom, she was kind of a wanderer. She had me when she was young, and she liked to party, and she was young, right? So my father was in a motorcycle gang. He got killed years ago because of that. And then she moved to California when we were like, I must have been like 2 years old. And I stayed there through like fourth grade. And her boyfriend was a drug dealer and shot someone in my living room in front of me and my little brother. And we had to beat feet to Florida. So it was kind of a thing.
Bro, I'm sorry I asked. I mean,
look, it's not like there's no crazy.
I know. I was thinking, job, work.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you know what? She's a great lady. I love her to death. But she was young and she liked to, she liked to live life, and so do I. I just do it in a little more responsible way.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then we got Mikey Dubs up.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I'm Mike Angel. I play bass and do a little bit of singing in Analog Daydream. And I'm actually originally from Florida. I grew up like 20 minutes from Disney World and went to college at Florida State for a little bit. So I lived in North Florida and then lived in South Florida. So I've been sort of living the Florida life until it became too expensive. And my lady was like, we need to move somewhere where it's cheaper, and you can't live any cheaper than Alabama.
No.
There's that.
Well, that's great. We appreciate you guys sharing that with us. Now, Analog Daydream started in 2024, from what I could tell. Can you guys tell us about the formation of the band? Who formed the band? And are you guys original members? Has there been people in and out? But tell us a little bit about that, please.
Yeah, look. So when I lived in North Dakota, I played a lot of metal. I've always loved ska, but I played a lot of metal. And when I moved from North Dakota, I kind of gave up on it for a while. I was like, I'm done with music. I'm not going to do anything for a while. And I came down here for work and whatever. And I started to kind of get the itch, so I started kind of going around doing some acoustic shows. And I had some like early forms of some of the songs that we play now, that I was kind of messing around and auditioning for acoustic kind of stuff. And I started looking around for a band like in earnest. And on Band Mix, I didn't want to pay for it. But I saw that Mike had looked at my profile on Band Mix and that he was from Anniston and that he played bass. And which is crazy because Anniston, Alabama is I mean, this is the end of the world here, man. Like this, the most famous thing I can think of about the city is the Monsanto, uh, the giant office chair.
A giant office
Yeah,
chair.
and the Monsanto chemical thing
Oh,
that was like the huge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I digress. So, I saw that Mikey had looked at my profile, and I started Facebook stalking him instead. And I hit him up, and I'm like, dude, let's jam. And I also found this drummer Tony, same city, and I told these guys, I'm like, I want to play ska, I want to play reggae, and I want to play metal. And everyone that I talked to up until that point looked at me like I had three heads and they didn't want to talk to me. You know what I mean? So the moment, Mikey was like, hell yeah.
Yeah. It's actually a funny story because right before I went on Band Mix, I went and saw Taj Motel Trio in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and actually Left Hand Hot Dog that night too. And I was talking to the bass player, Mike. He's also Mike. Confusing. But we were, having a drink and hanging out, and I was like, man, I'm too old to be, I used to play in a bunch of ska bands and punk bands and stuff back in the day. And he was like, man, and I was like, I have kids now, I'm too old for that stuff, and he was like, what? He's like, I got kids. Like, you just do it. You just do the thing, man. And he was like, just go on Band Mix. And I was like, oh, I have a profile on there. And actually my profile before was to be a drummer. I used to play drums in like a punk band. And I hadn't played bass in a very long time, but that was like my first instrument, like playing in a band and stuff. So, and I was like, yeah, I'd rather play bass than play drums anymore because who wants to lug all that stuff around? And I had literally updated it like maybe 2 weeks before I met Tim. Like I literally like switched it from playing drums to like playing bass and was like, and then started seeing people, and that's when I saw his profile, and then he hit me up, and then that's when it was like, I mean, like I was instantly excited when he sent me this long message. I thought it was like a troll, like I thought it was fake. Like I literally it was a long message, and I was like, what? And then we were chatting for a minute. I was like, man, can we just like let me give you a call? And then he like instantly threw his number, and like we chatted for like an hour.
Fuck
And
yeah.
then we played 2 days later, and like we've been playing ever since.
Oh,
So
that's what, been 2 years? Three?
yeah, that was
Yeah.
like middle of May 2024. Yeah, so 2 years.
Yeah, just over 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that shit was fate, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
to find the drummer in Aniston too? What the hell? That's
Yeah, and the best thing too is he was Cuban, so he had like this great Latino swing, like and he was like, man, and he liked metal, and he liked he liked reggae, and he'd never really played ska, and we were like, well, we're gonna work that in,
yeah.
and we literally sat here in the same room I'm in now. I came to the office here where I work, and we set up right around all these cubicles and just started jamming in the middle of the night for like 5 hours. Like we just freestyle jam. We weren't playing covers. We weren't playing, we literally were writing our material that we play now then.
Yeah.
Was that session recorded?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. That way you
Yeah.
guys could go back and go, yeah, I kind of like that part we played, and then incorporate that into a song. Yeah.
We've got thousands of hours of
Yeah.
recording.
We
There's
record
nothing-
every rehearsal and every jam, and I mean
As every
it's
band should. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just in case, because sometimes we like to smoke a little.
Yeah.
Sometimes
A little.
it's hard to remember when you're like remember that thing, and you're like no. So and then so the recordings help a lot, especially in the beginning, because it was all sort of free flowing and just sort of
Jam session.
it was just jam,
Yeah.
so you gotta sort of like backtrack and like and luckily we live in sort of the day and age where like you literally have a recording studio in your pocket, so you're just like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, let's just record it and see
Yeah, it's
So
not like cassette tapes in the
yeah,
garage.
it's not like the
anymore.
4-track on the tape.
Hitting the
Yeah.
hitting the record button on the Sanyo tape deck.
Yeah, when we recorded back in the 90s, it was reel to reel and DAT tape.
Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah, that.
That's all
Well,
that shit
I
back
thought I
then.
was so excited. I had a friend in the 90s who had one. He was like well off and like he was like, "Let me record you," and it was the worst. He didn't know what he was doing, so it was like the worst recording. But it was fun to like see technology, sort of
Yeah,
like move forward.
yeah, totally. Now it's just so easy. Well, it's great. It's accessible,
Yeah, it's
and
accessible.
affordable.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's crazy, crazy. I still, uh, I made the comment the other day. It's not the future I was expecting. Right? I was thinking it was going to be like Jetsons. You throw out the briefcase and you're up in the car flying around. But instead, we have phones that are, have the power of the world there, and
Yeah,
it's insane.
it is. It is. I remember someone told me when before I got a smartphone and they had smartphones, we were all sitting at lunch. We were sitting at the lunch table. It was work, and they're on their phones, and I'm sitting around. I'm like, "You guys aren't even talking." It's like, "Well, you guys are just on phones." And I had the flip phone still.
Yeah.
So they're all, when you get a cell phone, when you get a smartphone, you'll know. And I always remember that they said that. It's like now I'm fucking glued to this goddamn thing that I fucking hate. But sometimes I
Daryl,
just have to leave it and just fucking go get away from it. Just sometimes.
yeah. I had I don't know about you guys. I had teachers in high school or in elementary school, so you have to learn the math. You're never going to have a calculator in your pocket. Guess what? I got a calculator
Yeah,
in my pocket.
yeah.
Yeah.
Among other things, yeah. Yeah, you guys briefly touched upon some of the sounds from your band, but I want you guys to describe what does Analog Daydreams sound um, mean, or what do you think it means to your fans, to the public?
I mean, you know what? It's pretty straightforward, man. It's nostalgic, it's all the things that we grew up listening to, and a lot of the young kids still feel that, right? Even though it's not technically nostalgic for them, that's an aesthetic for a lot of the younger, the younger generation, and they love that, right? Like so, in the same way when I was growing up and I'd be digging into, some like Peter Tosh stuff, or like listening to the Beatles, or listening to, I mean, what Glenn Miller, whatever it is, right? Like we had all that stuff to listen to. Everything's so accessible for them now, right? And so, it's all the stuff we grew up listening to. So it's nostalgic for us and for folks of a certain age, right? I think a lot of the references and a lot of the styles and feel and stuff are comfortable for a lot of people, right? It's like putting on an old pair of shoes that just feel right. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, it's all the things. We play thrash, we play punk, we play hardcore, we play reggae, we play ska, of course, and yeah, I mean, it's all the stuff. Like if you had the everything that was on your Napster account or whatever it was back in the,
Right.
mixtapes. We have a song about that too. I mean, it's a mixtape, man. It's a love letter to, before we became slaves to this bullshit system that we live in. You know what I mean? It's just a little breath of fresh air to know that we're still here and we're still alive.
It's what you said there at the end. It totally reminded me of what Bodie said in Point Break. You ever seen that movie Point Break?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. It's like what he said about the people and the why they steal from the banks.
Yeah.
It's just like that you totally gave me that vibe right now. It's
And
just
their little metal cars inching
yeah,
their way down the
yeah.
freeway.
exactly. That's
Oh, that was such a great movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
And you know what's funny? Because I went in LA, they have all kinds of crazy shit. That's where we live, where I live. But they have all kinds of crazy shit. I went to see Point Break live. So basically,
whoa.
it's a stage play, and it's small. It's on a small scale. It's maybe 50 people in the audience and shit. But they vote on one person who's gonna play Keanu's character in it. So
Johnny Utah.
Johnny Utah. So
Johnny.
um, they choose and people vote to see, and they do little acting things, and then you vote and you see who it's going to be, and then he's the person who acts as Johnny throughout the entire thing. And they've got Bodie, and they've got the movie playing in the background, and they have the people in the front doing the different things, the surfboards and the bank robberies. Is fucking awesome. I
I
love
would
it.
love to
Really?
be selling
Yeah.
mushrooms at an event like that.
Yeah. And they gave everybody in the audience like fake money and like all the different props like from the thing. It was
They're
fucking.
trying to make it like a Rocky Horror Picture Show style
It's,
thing.
it's
Cool.
exactly like that. It's so great.
That is
Yeah,
sick.
except it's
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Point
went off
Break.
there on a tangent about that.
No,
But
no. Hey, I feel it, man.
That's awesome.
I feel that to my core.
yeah, some of the releases that
some of
we've
those
seen,
lines.
you guys have a lot of singles out there.
Wait,
But
before we get into the singles,
yeah.
where did the name come from?
Okay. So we were at a show. It was a Atlanta ska night, and we had just kind of started jamming, and we were kind of kicking around some names. Originally, like we were talking like Magic Stick was one of the big ones, right? But we were at this show, and my drummer really wanted a cigarette, and I went out to this dude who had a cigarette, and I was like, hey, if you give my drummer a cigarette, I will get you so high. And he looked at me and he said, I'm all about it, but it's got to be that analog. I do not smoke digital. And that kind of hit me in the face, right? Because, I'm in my mid 40s, right? And I'd never heard that term before. And I smoke a ton of weed, right? And I had never heard that term before. And so that was kind of a thing, man. And I was just like, man, like analog daydream. Like that's so it's about weed. Like, it's the
Okay,
analog.
explain what the difference between analog and digital.
Digital is like the
It's
vape.
sativa and indica.
No. The analog is like regular weed, right? And then the digital is like the vapes that everyone has in their pocket.
Got
So,
you.
what he was saying to me was like, I won't smoke the vape. I won't smoke the digital. It's got to be the analog.
I got you. Yeah, it's not the processed stuff. I went through, I want the
I
analog.
thought you were talking about was the stems and the seeds was the analog as a
Yeah, no. No, I mean it was
Flower.
yeah, when that but when
Flower.
you said that, it was organic, man. Like that's something that dudes are saying now, and I was like, man, what a time to be alive. Like we have digital weed, like we've got right? Like that's a thing, right? So but yeah, the analog daydream and again, it's kind of a nod to the old days, right? The tapes and the records and all the things like that. It's they're still there, but it's not quite the same, man.
Yeah.
Like it's yeah. So anyway, that's where we got the name from, though.
Yeah,
Awesome. Now explain the logo. So
The
obviously
Shaka?
it's a shaka. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So our original logo we made was like a radio tower, and that was the A. And then
Okay.
it's an analog daydream. And we did that for a while. And then Mikey came up with something, and it was this shaka, like this skull shaka. And it was kind of the early version of it. And we used that for a while with the name, with the radio tower A. And then after like a year and a half or so, when we started recording the album, This One Ends in Tragedy, which is the album that we're currently still recording. We're like Streetlight, like it's but anyway, we hired Bowen Bromwell, who did a lot of work for like Bumpin' Uglies. And he's done a lot, like for a lot of bands actually. But I saw this Bumpin' Uglies flyer, and I'm like, man, it's so sick. And so Bowen Bromwell made this for us, and kind of took our idea from our other stuff and reformed it after listening to some of our music and getting to know us a little bit. So and then we got this logo.
I like it.
What's the meaning with the symbols on the fingers?
Well, the first one was a pot leaf.
yeah. And there's just like the anchor, and then it's like the all-seeing eye. Like it's just some trippy symbology, man. It's like your high school notebook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to mean anything. It's just there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, you guys, have only about 4 singles that we could find digitally online, but I'm sure you have a
And
lot more for a live set
well, and check that because I went like from Bandcamp, right? Is that what you're talking about?
from both Bandcamp and Spotify. I looked.
Yeah, because I went on Bandcamp, and one of those isn't even a single. It's a DIY album that you click on and it's nothing.
I think it should have one. It used to have one song.
Yeah,
Take it down.
probably didn't.
Right
So
on.
look, we've got like if you come to our merch table, we've got like some CDs too, and there's 4 songs on there. There's Please Don't Go, which we haven't released. It's like an acoustic version, like a reggae ska song. That's probably the most traditional ska reggae song that we have. And then we've got Just for Tonight, Daydream Nation, and then the cover of the Metro that we just did.
Yep.
And those are all DIY stuff that we did up in our spot. We have dozens of songs that are like this close to going that have all the different things on them. So what happened? We started working with Andy Jackson from the Hot Rod Circuit. He's the lead singer and guitar player of Hot Rod Circuit. So we've been working with Andy at B-Side Studios, which is his studio in Birmingham since September. And we went in and we tracked all the songs. And we had some issues with some stuff with some of the drums, like it wasn't saving correctly. So the drums got messed up. And then we had to go back and retrack the drums. Then we got the drums tracked. And then Mikey went in and did the bass. And then I went in and did some guitar and vocal. And then some of the stuff just was kind of off. And then we got busy playing shows. We set some time to do it, and we got busy playing shows. So then we went out and started doing shows. We came back, we recorded the Metro so we could throw something out. And we've got about 3 songs that are literally in the finishing steps right now, right? I've been working with Claire Moe, who's part of the Satan's Brass Hole group out of St. Louis, jams with April Dalton. And
I know April.
Yeah, so April and Claire actually both played horns on the Metro.
Metro, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We see her on your posts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Claire wrote the charts for the Metro. And when we met them, we played a show. Man, it was in Memphis at what was it? Oh, Meddlesome Brewery. Yeah. Meddlesome Brewery. It's like a Scottoberfest. And I talked to Claire, or I talked to April a little bit online, but that was it. And she came down to play with Rumluck, and Claire had come down. Oh man, there was another gal too. She was wonderful. She, I believe she's the lead singer too of that Rap Party Dilemma too. Anyway, but she was playing trumpet, and they asked if they could sit in on a show with us, and we were like, hell yeah, And at that point, we'd not had any horns play with us, because we had one guy who had kind of come through from Anniston, but he couldn't really. I mean, he just didn't get it, So we hadn't really played anything outside of our area with a horn, and so they came in and they threw down. We played Just for Tonight. They threw down, and it kind of reinvigorated my zest for having horns. For the first year.
Because I was trying. I was really like, we need to have horns. And then it just wasn't working out. And then he was like, nah, it's just going to be the 3 of us. And I'm like, all right, let's just rock and roll. And then
we did it.
And we did it. And it sounded cool. It was fun. Like, I had a great time. But then once they played with us, it was like, okay, this is. And of course, I recorded it so I can hear it,
Yeah. And then so since October, and that's right when we started recording our album too, right? So obviously we had wrote the songs to have horn lines in them already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we were like, okay, we're really gonna push this deal. We came back. Claire had agreed to write some charts for me, which was awesome. And then we got a few songs charted out, and we play shows with Left Hand Hot Dog all the time. They're our homies. We love Left Hand Hot Dog. And Cortland got sick of seeing us play without horns and decided that he was going to step in and start playing horns with us anytime we played shows together, which was a lot.
Yeah.
Like we play shows with Hot Dogs a lot. We love those guys. So Cortland wrote some charts for half of our songs. Claire wrote the charts for the other half of our songs. And we've had horns on every show since then. All of our recordings now have full horns, which is great. And we now have a full-time trumpet keyboard player who has been amazing for us. Like I wish he could be here right now. And he's been kind of, taking this whole thing and taking all the pieces and arranging all the brass and, making sure that everyone's lined up. And we've got a trombone player now that is fairly regular for us. And again, anytime we're with Hot Dogs, like their horn players always want to step in. So it's been, it's been wild. But anyway, back to your question about the album. All these things are the reason why it's not done, and then so we started getting this stuff going and we started recording this stuff, and Andy's studio got shut down.
Oh,
So now he's literally rebuilding the studio, trying to work on our album from his house, and Hot Rod's going on tour with Streetlight. Like, so they got to get ready to go do that too,
Yeah.
So
So you guys went from like what, a three-piece to how many horns are you incorporated in the live shows now?
We're typically five, right? Like total. We got two horns typically. But I mean three-part horn section is kind of the full horn section for us, right? But we've got our keyboard player Mario who plays keys and does trumpet, sometimes at the same time because he's a hero.
Yeah.
So is the Blondie the Metro song, is that the only cover that you have, or if
No.
not, like
That's
We have
Berlin.
one other cover, and it's Knowledge by Operation Ivy.
okay,
Ah,
Yeah. And
So why-
I'm
why
gonna say
why
our
those
version
songs?
is probably the best cover. I'm just gonna put that out there. Not
It is.
because
For Metro, you said?
no, for the Operation Ivy one.
I say the Metro too,
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
Metro too.
'Cause-
It's wild.
because it's different
Yeah.
than
Have you guys ever heard the Op Ivy tribute with all the bands from?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm still
Okay.
standing by our cover and Knowledge.
Oh, I forgot who did it on that album.
Oh.
I don't remember who did it on that one. But that's my old band that was on there too that did that one. The Hippos, they did what was it? Fuck, I forgot what song they played on there. But that was one of the
Wait,
first
you were
ones.
in the Hippos?
I managed the Hippos and I put out their first album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you
1997.
with them when they toured Tallahassee and played for nobody?
I was on the 97 tour and
okay.
the 98 tour, where we played with Face to Face and MXPX.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They
when I lived in Tallahassee, they came and played in Tallahassee, and like 5 people showed up.
Was this for the second album?
Yes.
Okay, that's why.
And but we fed them steak and tequila.
Yeah.
So they hung out with
Okay.
us. It was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, on the first tour, they were 16, 17 years old. So
Yeah.
back then it was very they didn't do anything really. I was the loose cannon. I was the one that was going off with anybody and everybody, and I'd have to reconvene with them later. That was me living my best life, but that was a long time ago. But the covers. Why did you guys choose Knowledge and Blondie? Was this you guys that had vote on it, or?
No, we just jammed them, man. Like,
well, Knowledge.
that was the show.
That was okay. So that we chose to do an Operation Ivy song because
of a show.
We were doing a show, and with like 3 other bands or whatever, and everyone had like decided they were going to do an Op Ivy cover. And then we were like, okay, we'll just do one. And then we chose Knowledge because it's it's a pretty easy song to learn real fast, and it was
Yeah.
like we had like a couple of weeks, and then we like started coming up with a bunch of like fun ideas for it to like mess around, and then
And it hit, like
and
everyone loves
it
it.
kind of banged. So we were like, we're gonna keep playing this.
People don't like it when we don't play it.
Yeah, like they get kind of like I don't know,
Yeah.
bummed out about it. They're like, wait, you didn't do it? So
But
Yeah,
yeah,
and
good
then the
stuff.
Metro thing was just something that I did a weird version on my acoustic, and it was one of the acoustic songs that I played, and I
Yeah.
played it in a similar way. Like I'd always kind of have my own melody and like my own chord progression and whatever, right? And Mikey was just kind of like, yeah, we could do something with that, and we threw it together.
yeah.
Mm, that's awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about Skank Bank. You've got a good thing going on over there. You got Skank Bank as a promotion company, label, booking. What else do you do with Skank Bank, and what is your intention in the scene?
Yeah,
What you're
I
doing?
mean, it's really to just bring awareness to ska in the Southeast, right? I mean, I feel like, everywhere's got this big, ska scene, and, people really, they shit on the Southeast or they sleep on it, one or the other, you know what I mean? And we got some great bands here, man. And, there's so much going on here. And, art is alive in the Southeast. I think when people think about where we live, they immediately think of like all these like ultra conservative, like religious and like people like not, being artistic, you know what I mean? Like they just don't associate it with art, right? By default. Like Florida, people do, right? Like Florida is like the outlier, right? But when people think Georgia and they think Tennessee and the Carolinas and Mississippi and Alabama, you're not thinking ska music, you're not thinking reggae, you're not thinking, we wanted to bring awareness, man. There's so much going on here. And I also kind of the logo is a skeleton with the flipping the middle finger. And that's kind of a big FU to the IRS too, because we use it as a funnel to funnel money for Analog Daydream, right? So, but it's kind of become more than that.
Yeah.
We released a compilation a couple months ago, and the compilation bangs. If you don't have it, hit me up. I've got CDs. It's online. It's on all the streaming platforms. It's the Skank Bank Presents Approved Transactions Volume 1. We're going to have many volumes, and Left Hand Hot Dogs on it. Timo Snyder's on it. He does the intro because he's kind of like our big MC here down in the South. He's the big rep, right? So Timo kind of says a little something at the beginning, and then we got Hot Dogs. We got Bad Levers on there. We got Lady Yabor. We got Plastic Flamingos. We've got Close Enough, Space Mutiny, Bradley Bell, who does like acoustic ska. Like he's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And we've got Flocka on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they're dope. They're
They're
dope.
so
The Taj Motel Trio.
Yeah.
Obviously Analog Daydreams on there. I mean, it's a great album. A lot of the songs on there, that's the only place you're going to find them. The Metro will only ever be on that album. You know what I mean? It's obviously a single online or whatever, but like it's not ever going to be on any of our album or whatever. That was kind of the release,
Yeah.
for it. So
Yeah, before you told us about funneling the money, we should have told you that Mikey works for the IRS.
hey, no, I mean that's for some other band.
No, I've got bad IRS stories. No.
Yep.
So you were talking about the scene there, the scene in your area. And we know that there was one fest every year, Scalabama, that comes up there. I know you
Yeah.
guys played last year, but I didn't see you listed this year.
Yeah, we got some stuff going on, man. We love those guys out there. And a lot of our homies are there. That's that lineup is almost the Skank Bank compilation, which I love. But yeah, so last year when they started that, you know, I tried to help however I could. You know, Randy and Brian are great. You know, Hannah and Overseasons and all them. They're great folks out there. We actually played our first show with Overseasons in Birmingham, and that was their first show too, which was kind of cool. And you know, we became real friendly with those guys. And when Scalabama came around, you know, we thought it was the coolest thing. And you know, I was sending emails out trying to find other bands. And so I emailed like Mustard Plug and all these different, you know, whatever to try to come down. And you know, some other bands to kind of help. And you know, we went and we played. We had a great time. That's actually the one of the few times we tried to bring the local horn player out. It wasn't, you know, wasn't on the up and up. But and plus, I don't think he could handle all the weed either because there was a lot. We got him pretty fucked
in
up.
the van.
Yeah.
It's like the Fast Times Ridgemont High when they get out of the van.
Yeah, right. Well, and I don't know if you've seen our bus, but like we've got a pretty notorious bus. It's an old school bus. It's got a big skull on the front of it and Rosalita. And so we party a lot in there too. And again, that was kind of like our green room at Scalabama. We'd sit in the back and just invite people in and you know, just fucking fishbowl that thing and get it high. It was like high school all over again. But you know, anyway, you know, we had a great time. It just we couldn't line it up. We couldn't line it up this year. I had booked a show already because I know that they were kind of delayed on some of that timing on that too. And I had already booked a show on the 10th because I wasn't sure what was going on. And I booked a show on the 10th. It's a Skankbank show. And we were playing with Space Mutiny. We got Plastic Flamingos. Control This is coming out to play, which is pretty awesome. And La Suegra from Atlanta. And so that's going to be a dope show. But we put that together. And then when they came out and said, hey, we're going to have it on these dates, we're actually going to do the thing. We weren't able to do it. So
yeah, that's a bummer. So normally you try to set time aside for when that comes around every year, but it just didn't coincide.
Well, this is the second year.
Yeah.
Last year was the first year, right? So
and you guys played with our friends in the Bracers.
Yeah. I love them. They're great.
Yeah,
we're good friends with those cats. But it looks like a great fest. It seems like this year it came up like fast, just like the announcement, just like right away. It seemed like
I think that there was a lot of uncertainty, you know, and things like that, right? And I think that they were just trying to put everything together. And you know, those guys out there, you know, they don't work with a lot of resources. You know, they're out there. Everything's DIY. The venue that they use out there, True Story, is a great spot. I know that True Story is actually in trouble right now. So, you know, if anyone's watching this and you want to keep some art alive in Birmingham, True Story is needing some help. Yeah. You know, I think that they might have a GoFundMe or something, but that's a great venue for, you know, independent music just in general, you know, and those guys have really done a lot to make that a great spot. But that kind of came quick, and you know, again, we just couldn't line up all the pieces, right? It just you know, sometimes it happens. You know, we want to be a part of it, but we're obviously playing you know, in Massachusetts. Just it's less than it's like 2 weeks after that, right?
Yeah,
Pioneer Valley. Yeah, so I mean, so yeah, I mean, we got that going on. We're really stoked for that. I mean, that was huge. I was hitting them up last year, and we hadn't even been together. You know, we've been together 2 years.
Yeah.
We played at Scopelton the first year or last year we played there, and I was hitting them up last year about playing Pioneer Valley. And I even said, hey, I'll bring my bus. We'll do a stage outside. My bus is badass. And I sent pictures of my bus, and they were like, whoa, like, and they were like trying to do something. And, you know, they were like, look, we're booked, you know, but if something happens, we'll let you know. And we were trying so hard. Yeah. And then this year they were like, okay, you can play. And they were like, you can open the fest on Saturday. And we were like, yes, like, you know, so, I mean, we're so stoked about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been dealing with Eric for a lot of these the promos for interviewing the bands for the festival.
Yeah,
which is awesome, man. But good cats over there, man. But so you kind of opened that gate into the Pioneer Valley Ska Fest coming up July 24th and 25th. This is your first time playing, is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, what are you most forward looking to, guys, about the festival? We'll start with Mikey over here on to your left because you've been dominating most of the conversation.
That's it.
I'm actually excited to see all the bands, really. Uh like Thumper and Buck09 and there's a huge list. And we're the first, our job is like done. We're done first, so it's gonna be an awesome day. Like, I'm gonna be like, we're finished. I'm like, go do merch, and I'm just gonna go watch bands and record and take pictures and meet all the bands. And like, I love meeting bands and like getting pictures with people and like talking to people about music. And
Mhm.
so, so I'm excited for it. We actually have another show. Like, we've got shows in between too, like on either days. So like, it's still gonna be a pretty busy weekend, but
Yeah.
excited for it. Like, just excited for everything in general, you know.
What
I
about
love festivals, and like ska festivals are my favorite. So,
for you, Mikey Dubs? What's the band you're most forward looking most forward to playing that you haven't seen before?
oh, I haven't seen Thumper before. I'm
We're
excited.
gonna miss them though.
Are we really gonna
Yeah,
miss
because
it?
we're playing Friday night.
This guy just robbed me of my
Oh shit!
like best moment of my weekend.
So you're not going to go there for the entire festival, the Friday
No,
week.
we have shows on either day, like
Oh, that's
on
right. The Friday
like
Friday.
Friday
Friday and
and then
Sunday.
and Sunday.
Yeah.
So I guess we're not gonna get to see.
And you're
Well,
going to
something
miss
to look
my
forward
homies
to.
in Codename Rocky that are there playing support to them that night.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. You got to check out Codename Rocky. Too bad you're going to miss them though, but
Yeah, now I'm really bummed.
yeah. Yeah, too bad. And then
Oh,
then my other band, Goodwin Club, wasn't able to play it because I booked this with Eric last year for them to play this year. But then a couple of the guys are touring paid
This is Real
musicians.
Big
That's
Fish,
what
right?
they do. Some of the guys there, Jesse the guitarist is in Bite Me Bambi also, and um, I forgot who. And then Rich, that plays trombone, is he was in the Hippos with me before, when I had them before, and then he joined Pharmaceutical Bandits. No, Scott Hopscotch, then Pharmaceutical Bandits, and then the Goodwin Club. He joined after. So, but there's a couple of guys that kind of intertwine, like Chris Grau, who plays trumpet. He's also known as Loser, and he does the No Effects videos and a bunch of the other videos for a lot of the punk bands. He plays with Goodwill Club also, and then he also does stuff with the Real Big Fish guys. So they all intertwine in the SoCal area. A lot of the bands are just doing the same thing, but since
Right.
they
awesome.
had to make more money, they couldn't do the show. So that's why. Thank goodness the Valley Moonstompers were able to jump in and get that spot. So that was awesome.
That's dope too. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, it was great that the Ghost Tones and they were able to get, since they already had the Agonizers on there, the Ghost Tones are on there too, because Hot Rails jumped off of there too. Now, what about you, Tim? What are you most forward looking to there, and which band do you want to see most?
Sergeant Skag, 100%.
Yeah, I
I
forgot.
love Sergeant Skag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put it out here right now. That is my favorite active ska band right now.
Okay. Yeah,
Sergeant Skag.
they're pretty sick. Have you seen them live?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw him at Supernova
Oh yeah. Oh, with which year?
last year.
Oh, that's right. Where we
Yeah.
talked last year. That's right.
Yeah.
They also played. Didn't they play one of the after parties too, or something? Or
I
oh
didn't see.
yeah,
I didn't see that.
they
I
did.
saw him
No,
at Supernova though.
they did. They did. I think they. Oh yeah, it was them and like Hub City and fuck the other. There was a competition between the bands. It was Jersey
That's
Oh,
right.
versus
There's a
Connecticut.
Connecticut Jersey competition.
And it was at the brewery, and we got to see Hub City, and they just like did a song totally dissing Sergeant Skag and who was the other band from Connecticut that was there? Catch 22, I think it was. It was one of
Wow.
those. Yeah, but it was pretty funny. They did this whole diss song to them. That was great to see them. But yeah, they're great guys too.
Yeah, Sergeant Skag is I love those guys. They're so good. And I really the what is the new album or the newest album like it has like that Remedicator and uh man.
What's it called? Mikey should know what that Skaggs album called.
Yeah.
I forgot what that one's called, but I do kind of get a shout out to Mike DiMatteo from Sergeant Skag. Awesome dude, doing all the Supernova stuff out there, sound and video and stuff. So great stuff, Mike's doing.
Yeah, they're so sick. See, one of the things when I grew up, man, I really was a big fan of Faith No More, and
Oh
I
yeah.
still am. I love Faith No More. And there's something about Sergeant Skag that really hits a lot of Faith No More boxes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And people
Yep.
don't put the association together, and then I'm like, think about it. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh man, like it's and that album, man, it's deep. Like the lyrics are pretty good, man. Like it tells a story, man. Like it's a concept album. I mean, those guys really fired off on all cylinders with that album. So
Yeah, they're great. They've been around for decades too, man.
yeah,
Doing their thing.
yeah.
Yeah, fucking awesome. I was at when I was there at that Supernova where we talked at, I was in front. There's there's for the cool people who can get backstage, and then there's the semi-cool people, which was me that wasn't able to get backstage, but I was between the barrier.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was
Your
there
press
and
area.
I was Sergeant Skag was playing and I was filming them. And someone came from the, behind me, crowd surfing to hit me, and my phone flew there when I couldn't get it. And Mike jumped down off stage, got my cell phone, handed it to me, then jumped back on stage and started playing the sax again. That
Wow.
was fucking
Wow.
cool,
Awesome.
man. So shout out to Mike for that.
Yeah, I think one of my I mean most of the time at Supernova I was at the table, but when Sergeant Skag played, I had to go watch. And then actually I caught Ocho Calacas too, and that was man, they were so good. And then when they were done, because they were set up right across from us,
Yeah.
and like we were kind of just shooting the shit a little bit, and they came back and after they were done, and I got those guys so high. I got them all so high. Like I kind of felt bad about it because for a minute there was like a little bit of panic, like, and I was like, "No,
Oh,
we're good,
come
man."
on. Those guys, they can hang, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I got them so high. I got them so high.
I think
Yeah.
I think Chorizo's left the band since then, their trumpet player. Since then.
Oh, okay.
There was something that happened within the band that he left. He didn't feel right.
Right.
Now, you talked about touring a little. How far east, west, north, south from Anniston, Alabama has your band played?
Oof. We've been around.
So north right now, the farthest we've gone is Chicago.
No, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. No,
Oh
Milwaukee.
yeah, Scalpelton. Yeah.
Uh
No,
But-
that was different.
no, we
That's
just did a
Appleton,
run with
Wisconsin.
that
Oh.
was Appleton, Wisconsin, but we've been in Milwaukee since then.
Oh.
But we're going to Massachusetts, and then where are we going? So like next month when we do the Fox Valley, we're going where? Rhode Island or
It's
something.
Pioneer Valley.
Pioneer Valley,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
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 And then we've been so far out west, Texas. Where we go?
We were out in Texas. We were out in Dallas.
Dallas, and
That'll change though this summer.
yeah, this summer we're going out to California, and
So,
then
I want to talk about that also. So you guys have shows in California in August. So you're saying this is your first time going to be playing out here.
Yeah.
You guys are playing a place that I've never fucking heard of in LA called it's wrong on your Instagram too. You guys have it called Big Dog Compound. It's called Bad Dog Compound.
Uh-oh.
And that's the only ALA show that you have, but you don't have an Orange County show for some reason.
So we're playing Menifee, California.
That's high desert. Yeah.
Well, no, Menifee.
That's far.
Yeah, Nick,
Menifee's like it's Big Bear. It's below
Yeah.
Big Bear.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
Inland
Yeah.
Empire, right?
It's Inland Empire.
Inland
Yes.
Empire, okay.
Yeah.
It's right close. It's right close to Redlands.
Advantage hooked it up, and we're stoked.
Oh, yeah.
about
Oh,
that.
there you
Nick-
go.
Nick Fado.
Good on Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then then the show the next day is gonna be so sick. I mean, we are so stoked for that. And man, there's like six 6 or 7 bands on that show already, and it's going to be they're going to do like a big East West thing. So that's going to be dope. We're super excited.
What show
for
is
it.
this you're talking about? In what area?
That one in LA.
The LA
It's in
show.
South Central.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to go to until you said South Central.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. Have you ever been to South Central? Because I
Yes.
and I try not to go.
In the 80s and early 90s when I was little.
Yeah, definitely. All those movies about it. Damn.
Yeah.
So you're okay. So you decided on going with the odd. So is it Odd Advantage going to play with you?
Yeah, they're gonna play with us in Menifee.
Cool. Yeah,
and
they'll bring a crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, and then in LA, man, I'd have to pull up the list because there's a big list of bands in LA. There's like 5 or 6 bands in LA. But Jose from Skanking Force was the one who set it up for us. So we were like, he's like, man, I got you. I'll take care of you. And so his band's playing. And then man, I think
You know, Jose used to be a host on this show last year.
really?
Yeah, Jose
Okay.
was
Awesome.
he was the original host. Yeah, he was for the entire year until until I don't know, few months ago actually he quit.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did
he
not know
wanted
that.
to he quit. No, he quit for a good reason. He wanted to pursue being in bands,
Yeah,
and running his record label. So it's good
yeah,
that he hooked you guys up. It's awesome. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Yeah.
And
a good
let me
resource.
tell you, the show is a banger. They've got vendors coming out. I mean, he's doing it right. You
Fuck
know,
yeah.
and,
Well,
and again,
he does a lot of stuff with what's his name, the production company out there. There's another guy that does stuff not in the pit. I forgot what his name is, but he does all those shows out there in that area, and
right.
he does a lot of them. Yeah, so Jose kind of started doing shows with him.
I think Skid Wizard's playing that one.
Mm.
Man,
Yeah.
man, what do they call it? World champions? I think.
Oh, undisputed world champions.
Yeah, undisputed
Yeah.
world champions.
Mhm.
And then, like I said, Jose's band's playing. There's a lot of bands playing that. I wish I knew them all off the top
Yeah.
of my head. But
Well-
that tour, we're going to be playing. We're taking Left Hand Hot Dog. We're going together, homies, and we're going to be playing Oklahoma City, and then we're going to Albuquerque, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona.
So in
Phoenix.
Albuquerque, are you guys playing with Los Domingueros?
No, he said he wasn't able to. Josue
Jose.
said that he was going to host us though, and he could potentially do something acoustic.
Yeah.
But they weren't available for the date. But
Yeah.
we're going to be hanging out with him anyway.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I met him at the Punk Rock Museum that last year. Mhm.
Yeah, we're stoked. Yeah, we're stoked about that. You know, and everyone's just stepped up to help us out. You know,
Yeah.
which has been dope.
Very cool.
So,
Fuck yeah.
but
What
yeah,
about
then,
Vegas?
yeah.
You guys, there's a Vegas connection that you could have hit up. You know, Tommy does Good Girlfriend Records out there, and Josh Coots does Viva Ska Vegas and Viva Ska Radio.
You know what though? Everything booked so tight. We're doing 16 shows in 16 days with no break.
That's it. You should have like an afternoon show and a night show.
Yeah. Hey, look, we're doing that next weekend in New Orleans. We got 2.
I saw that.
one day,
I saw
yeah.
that. That's funny because it's great that you keep going into all these segues that I want to go into for all these different things, which is perfect timing.
It's the way my brain works.
So, but let's go back a little because you guys just had a recent tour with your homies, the Left Hand Hot Dog, and then you guys have the one in Mobile, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee, and the 2 shows in New Orleans, or sorry, Nolens.
Knowledge.
Nolens. That's where you guys are from. So how did that come about with the afternoon show or the regular show and then the late show?
So I booked us, you know, again, the thing is this is all Skank Bank, man, right? Like the Skank Bank, it's like my alter ego, and I just get crazy booking stuff, right? Like, so, and I booked out at a place called Checkpoint Charlie's, which was a I mean, they were an institution in New Orleans, and they were out on the corner of Decatur and Esplanade over there, you know, and they shut down. And we were so bummed out. So I went out and started asking if anyone could rehome the show. And our homegirl Shannon over there, I felt so bad for all the bartenders and all the people that relied on that place. I mean, again, that was like one of the last places in the quarter that wasn't touristy still, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Must be far
everyone,
down Decatur for it not to be touristy.
yeah, I mean, it's
Decatur's
right on
very
that. It was
touristy.
right on that corner there. You know, you go there, it's where all the punks are hanging out. Like
Yeah.
it was the spot, you know. And so everyone kind of came together and you know tried asking around and hooking us up, and we ended up getting a show. And then we ended up getting an option for another show, and I took both.
As you should.
So yeah,
That's
we're playing
awesome.
at 7 o'clock at the Crypt, and then at 10 o'clock at Howlin' Wolf.
Yeah.
So I wanna kind of piggyback on that too. You guys, I don't know what it is, but you guys have like this amazing relationship with Left Hand Hot Dog. Are you guys like brother sister
Yeah.
bands? Are you guys like intertwined? The
Well,
same
and
people,
how
the same
close is
band?
Atlanta?
It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I've just been a fan of theirs. Like when I've been going to Atlanta shows from Aniston since I moved here, maybe 2014. Just that would be my place to go see any band, right? And then I started seeing like local bands at the time and just like fell in love with their music, hung out with them. They were super cool. And then I met Tim and was like, these are the bands that we should play with. Like all these bands from Atlanta, we should play with them. And we do. Now we get to because of him. Like, you know, he's like, I'm like, these are the bands I want to play with. Play with, get these shows. And then he just does it. So, and then we all started hanging out and like everyone in the band, like we all sort of like clicked and like it just sort of, and then they want to tour and we want to tour. So we just,
They want to work. Yeah,
they want
that's
to
the
work,
thing.
you know, they want to
Right.
get out there and make music,
You
make
guys
people
just want to
dance,
share a
great people.
backline.
And I
not
love their
just-
music. I could see them, I could watch them play every day. Like they're
Yeah.
just like, you know, I mean, I'm just a fan of their music. So
And that's what I love about, you know, the bands. You guys are like all camaraderie with each other, intertwined, you support each other. It's fucking amazing. That's what I love about the scene.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. No,
It's like every band we talk to, it's that way.
Yeah.
Seems like.
There's this crazy ass guy with a mohawk from Alabama. Mohawk
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 Mike.
Mike.
Mohawk Mike.
He's from all over. I think he just
Ariana,
sort of like
Alabama.
visits Alabama when he wants to. But
So
He's
travels
there right
everywhere.
now.
so Mike is on Mikey's show every week. He does a segment called Mohawk Mike's International Pick of the Week.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he goes on there and does that. So we know Mike and
Yeah,
I.
he calls in live.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome!
So-
Really? Oh,
Even if
yeah.
he's on the road.
Yeah, even on the road, he's called in a few times on his phone on the road, and like he was on tour with Foolish Relics not too long ago, and he's calling in on their way to San Bernardino, or they were in San Bernardino. I think they were headed out to do a show, probably with Odd Advantage, if I'm not mistaken. Did they do one in Inland Empire with them?
No.
I know they played with the Bracers, or not. They played with Horizon Point.
Horizon Point up in Modesto, yeah.
Yeah.
But they were coming back from Vegas, and they had a show, and I want to say it was out in the Inland Empire.
No, it was in San Diego that I
Oh,
went.
San Diego, that's
Yeah.
where they were going. Yeah,
So-
yeah, yeah.
So I went there because one, of course, I promoted the shit out of that fucking tour.
Yeah.
So of course I wanted to go support the band. So I drove 2.5 hours down to fucking San Diego to hang out with them and see Unsteady, which I haven't seen John's band since fucking 30 years ago.
Right.
When they last played here at the Roxy. And it was just great to hang out with Mike and fucking and Dino and the rest of the guys.
The family, yeah.
It was just a great fucking, and the family, yeah. The family was all there because his family, Dino's family is from San Diego, so his whole fucking family was there basically. So it was a great experience, you know, hanging out with his family, hanging out with his friends, seeing the band. It was just fucking great. So, but those are great. And Mohawk Mike, very supportive
Yeah.
of the scene and
Oh my
everything.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's been all around. He was in the military for a while, so he was overseas and did things, and he gets around. His work takes him all over the place. When
Yeah.
I met him, he was living in San Diego.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
so that's why I was like, and we were going to go to Supernova, and we were talking about all these international bands, and he would text me his request each week, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just do this on the air, dude. We'll just make this your international pick. I'll pick, make sure you're just an international band each week. We'll talk a little bit about the band and play the music. And he's like, let's do it. So, God, we've been doing that for 3 years, 2.5 years, something like that, maybe.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
dope.
Yeah. So,
And Mikey Mikey and Mohawk Mike lost the sponsor, so I was able to slide right in.
yeah, well, yeah, she didn't want to sponsor us anymore. So, yeah, I'm like, Daryl, you're the new sponsor of Mohawk Mike's International Pick each week. So,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome. After our first show, or yeah, I think it was the first show. He had come to one of our other shows after that, and he was like just so welcoming, and he was very obviously intrigued because we were a new ska band from his area here,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he was super supportive. And then when we played Scoppleton, uh, he was like, "Can I be your plus one?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." And he showed up to Scoppleton
Oh,
and
how
was
nice.
was there kind of hanging out. And when I went to Supernova, like he was introducing me to everybody, and he's so cool, man. He's so
Yeah.
easy to talk to. And Foolish Relics, yeah, big shout out to those guys. Tim, their trumpet player, I hit him up. I've seen so many pictures of him wearing an Analog Daydream shirt,
Yeah.
and I love
Uh,
that so much. So I hit him up and I was like, brother, when you come back, whenever I see you, give me your address. I'm gonna give it all to you. You get
Yeah.
the whole thing.
That's fucking awesome,
That's
man.
rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the support from the bands for each other is great. But fucking Mike, you got to shout out to Mohawk Mike for keeping it alive
Mohawk
down
Mike.
in the area too.
Yes,
Now, are you guys familiar with past bands in your area?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's go through some of the past bands. Tell us who you know. I'll tell you who I kind of know. Just
Okay.
for
Well, the big one is Salvo.
Yep. I've got
Right?
them down.
Pain,
Yep.
Salvo.
Pain,
And actually, one of the shows that I booked, a Skankbank show, and we're not actually in it because we're going to be touring. Adam Guthrie, who plays in Salvo, and they're doing their farewell show here soon in Birmingham. But he's got his own another band, going, and it's called Guthrie Echoes, and they're going to be playing that show that Skankbank set up. So we're stoked about that. There is another like a swamp ska band out of Mobile. What the heck were they called again?
Red.
Oh, they were so good.
Revelers. Something.
Yeah,
I
Red
can't think of
Revelers.
it. Man, I'm so bad with names. Like,
But I mean, all right, but that's, and then obviously, over our homies in Overseason, and then Bradley Bell, and those are the ones that I know.
Yep.
what about Who's It What's It?
Oh, Who's It What's It?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
tried getting them on the Skankbank compilation. They sent me a song, but it wasn't done yet.
Yeah, it wasn't finished.
Okay. All right. All right. But Overseasons is more of a punk band, right?
Yeah, but they have some ska songs, and they're starting to do more ska stuff. They've been
They had a
developing.
horn section for a while,
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
they've retired them since. But yeah,
And that's Hannah's the singer, right? Of that
Yeah,
band?
that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Now the other bands you mentioned, Pain, Salvo, Who's It, What's It, Control This. Is that another
They're-
band?
they're from Florida.
Oh, Florida. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was from Florida.
What about
Orlando, right?
Waste
Yeah, they're
Basket?
Orlando.
Yeah,
Who?
Waste Basket?
No,
I
I've
don't
never heard of them.
No, I don't know them.
Okay. All right. That's pretty much it. I know of.
You brought up Lady Ebor, aren't they?
Florida.
Alabama?
Jacksonville.
Florida.
Oh, okay, Jacksonville, Florida. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
so close. Anyway, yeah. I mean,
Mohawk Mike was in Jacksonville for a while too. So,
oh,
Yeah.
and I remember that band being a local band for him. So that's what it was.
So you guys previously told us about B-side studio where you record. What about where you practice where you're at right now? What is this? And if you don't want to say where you work or any of that,
Yeah,
is
no. So, I work for a transportation company, and they got a warehouse and stuff, and they have been totally cool. I've worked for these guys for 25 years, and they've been so good about, I was a driver with these guys for a long time, and then they, got me out of the truck to work with them, and they've been so good about letting me do my thing, right? It's a family run company. And when we go out on tour and we do the stuff, they've been supportive, and they give us a spot to jam. A lot of the truck drivers and stuff will sit there in their driver's lounge and listen to it and whatever. And, but yeah, it's been we've been pretty fortunate that way. We've got a spot we can play as late and loud as we want, and no one says a word about it. So.
is that what you guys were doing? You guys were practicing before this interview?
Yeah. We have I guess some big news, and we'll drop it here. Our drummer, Dallas, who's been with us for about a year and 2 months now, which, considering we've been together 2 years, that's a big chunk. His last show with us is going to be on the 10th of July.
Yeah.
He just can't keep up with all this stuff, and I get it. I mean, we're out there, we're doing the work, so we've got another drummer we've been working with here to get him up to speed, and he should be ready to go when we go up to Pioneer Valley.
So his name is Travis Barker, right?
No, his name's Steven. He's from Flowery Branch. He drives like 2 hours to come here to jam with us.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's dedication, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, and our homeboy too, who plays keys and trumpet. I mean, he drives over an hour each way too, and comes here multiple times a week. So, I mean, Anniston is not a convenient spot. We're in the middle of nowhere, and the fact that we're building something that people want to be a part of, and they're willing to commit that time. I mean, that's flattering. I mean, it makes you really proud that you're building something like that.
Yeah. So with the recording and stuff like that, because I want to get into the songwriting process and all that. But the recording, I know you guys use a few of, like you said, April Dalton from Rap Party Dilemma, and you use bands from another state. How does that work out with the recording? Do they send you their recordings? Email? Okay.
Yeah. So, we've recorded a bunch of our stuff here. And again, we've got our own trumpet player, and he also plays keyboards, and he's dope. And so he will record all the stuff here, and he kind of, wrangles all that stuff together. And then, Claire Moe and April Dalton have sent stuff in to us, for the Metro. Claire actually just yesterday sent me tracks for 2 more songs. She did bari sax and tenor sax on both of them, and those songs are getting close. So those will be, coming out soon. And then eventually, we'll release the album. We'll probably trickle out a bunch of the singles as they come, just to keep putting stuff out there,
Yeah.
And what was her name? Claire what?
Claire Moe, Maue.
Okay. We got to give a
Claire
shout out to Claire
Mao.
for going out of her way for you guys. And
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
So awesome.
and her and April have been just so supportive of what we do. And April is actually talking about playing some shows with us in July. So she may be, we have to confirm, but she may be out there when we play Pioneer Valley. So
Oh, okay. So jump on with a trombone and rock the stage.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully that would be great. So what about the songwriting process? How does a song get created by Analog Daydream? Is there one person that has the last say? Mikey dubs. Like, do you have a say in things before Tim says no? This is the way it's going to be. How does
Come on.
Actually, when it comes to the music, it's kind of organic in that way. Like, uh, we sort of will like come up with something either individually or even together, just in a room. Like, it'll like I'm always writing bass lines and like melodies and stuff. Uh, and then we just sort of like we took something we've been working on, it was an intro to another song that we've even recorded.
Right.
Now we took that out of the recording. We just cut it out. We're like, all right, we don't want that in that song anymore. And we literally wrote like a 5 minute like epic over it.
It's badass.
It's like, I mean, just from
like a Bohemian
something that was
Rhapsody
like,
type of thing.
yeah, it was like very and it's something we've been playing for like a year with our other, like with Dallas, like our drummer, like we've been playing with him. It was locked in, like there was no more changes. And then all of a sudden we like sort of decided that we were going to drop it from this song. And then we had these other riffs that were similar sounding. And then we just sort of like put them together and made a whole new song out of it. And this happened Wednesday. And it was just, and we were just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, and it's something that I never thought we would do with that. Like, it was just supposed to be this like extra little intro for the record to have some like recording, like some other recorded stuff over. And then now it's like a whole new thing. So that's sort of how they all sort of end up like working out. And then we sort of like we'll get into like like the nitty gritty of like, okay, we're gonna do this many times here, or this riff, this, but we none of us have sort of a final say. It's sort of like we just all sort of like vibe on it, and we're like, okay, cool. Like,
Sounds good.
even though there are definitely times where I'm like, this is never gonna work, but you play it 50 times and you're like, okay, it works. Look. So
who engineers? Who engineers? Who produces? Who mixes? How does
We
it?
do.
yeah, we just
We do it together.
we do it together.
Okay.
So I mean, it's that's sort of what I mean. I don't want to say that's what makes it take so long, but because it's not like we disagree. It's just that we are all. It's I don't know. It's one of those things where like once you release it, it's not yours anymore, right? So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
once it's out there for the world, like the world has it. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing, even if you're unhappy with it, or even if you're like it's fine, but it's not like what you had in your head. So you just sort of, there are definitely things where like I am totally okay with almost everything, 95% of all of it. This guy has more he's like, I'm singing this, and don't get me wrong, I do the same thing. There are parts where I'm singing where I'm like, this should not be on the recording, we should just delete this now. And he's like, nah, it'll be great. I'm like, okay, bro. And it ends up being good. I mean, like, I enjoy it. Like the finished product I'm always happy with. I've never, like, there isn't a song that we've put out where, I mean, it's always getting better each time we make a new song together, or each time we record something. We're like figuring out like what sort of like works for us. So
yeah, mixing and mastering. And
yeah, just sort of like sort of how we're putting it all together. Because you do it with other. I mean, each band is its own little unique bubble, right? There's sort of a general idea of like how mixing works and how like putting songs together works, but every band is its own like unique thing. Like it's always going to be sort of learning process, like progression.
Some of your songs, some of your music, well, actually, most of your music would actually work really well if reworked in dub like John Roy does.
Yeah.
Have you heard some of that, Mikey? Because Mikey just did a whole segment, a whole show with John Roy. It was from Smoke and Mirrors, Unsteady, Escape Hatch, all of that. Your stuff would be really good if John like remixed it and did the dub shit.
Oh, he's so welcome to do it.
I mean,
well, I'm not speaking for John. I mean, that's
John,
maybe
John,
Mikey
hit me up.
I have no pull. Mikey has pull with John. I have nothing.
Mikey, hook me up. Hook up Mikey. Don't do it for your brother and Mikey.
Like he says, Like he doesn't like he's not already doing a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hit him up. What's the
Yeah.
worst he can say? No.
Like
Yeah,
yeah, like
right?
the
Whatever.
Yep.
Metro one, he could remix that Metro one to sound fucking dope and dub, I think.
Oh, that'd be so
Yeah, man,
sick.
that would be sick.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we tried to do a little something with like the break in it, you know. I mean, we're always looking to add something that is at least on recording. Like, it's hard to do all that stuff live, you know. But I mean, I'm always interested in hearing somebody remix anything we do. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be totally into that.
Now
Hit him up.
we spoke about the artwork already. We already know it's fucking amazing. Keep that, you know, keep up with your guy there. I want to know, and Mikey probably does too. Who are your favorite bands? It doesn't have to be in any genre, or it could be. It
Yeah,
could be
Tim, you
any
you
genre.
talked a lot about metal. I'm interested in your metal influences.
Yes.
You know,
I
and I
mean,
and I, I always dig bass guys because they listen to some of the weirdest stuff sometimes. So, and because you know, you gotta
Hence
have a
the
good,
Faith No More.
you gotta have soul. You gotta have a cool bass line. You know, so like
yeah,
bass
oh,
players
yeah.
usually listen to some really good stuff.
Well, I mean, the Faith No More thing is that Mike Patton growing up was just like an idol for me. I was in a lot of metal bands. One of the last metal bands I was in, we got signed to a small label, Eclipse Records, and then I moved out of Grand Forks, and then they were able to reform that band, and then they actually just shut it down. But I've always been kind of a lot of metal, a lot of metal. My I listen to like Jeff Buckley, like I love Shannon Hoon, like from Blind Melon, like is one of my favorites. I listen to Cannibal Corpse. I listen to Pig Destroyer. I listen to Old Boss Tones was like one of my favorite things.
Yep.
Showcase Showdown back in the day, punk band like Ducky Boys, like I mean, I don't know, man. Like, just it's so eclectic, right? Like, I listen to everything, rap. Like, I was just taught. We were listening to Dr. Dre when we went to go get, you know.
Yeah.
I do.
It's amazing how the music that you love influences your own music, and and you record and express how your music speaks to you, which is
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
Yeah,
awesome.
that's
yeah.
And how you're
that's why
influenced.
we asked that question because you know we listen to the music and then we want to hear the influences. What were your influences? You know, where did you get this metal from? You like Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin metal, like
All of it.
or
Love them all.
80s hair metal. You
Yes.
know,
Skid
All of
Row,
the above.
18 in life. I had the little fake guitar. I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
man.
brujeria. Let's get some brujeria in there.
yes.
Some crazy shit. Some Jesus lizard. That would be great. Um, it's funny. There was a story. Who was it that we interviewed, or I interviewed somebody? I forgot who it was. Who Steve Albini. It was Hot Stove Jimmy. The Salute album.
okay.
Steve Albini produced that one. No, it wasn't the Salute
Oh,
album. I'm
wow.
sorry, it's the album after that, Salute, on Jump Up Records. But Steve Albini from
Wow.
Nirvana, Jesus Lizard, all that
Yeah.
Yeah.
produced that album for them, and they were a ska band, which was fucking crazy because that album sounded fucking wild, wild.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, man.
You should check it out.
Wow.
It's, Hot Stove Jimmy from Chicago. It's their third album.
Okay.
They released. I forgot what it's called. It's like a white cover with like a cow or some shit on it. But check that one out. That it's different than some of their other stuff. But I want to know about you guys each individually. If any of you are currently in another band or were formerly in any other band, doesn't matter what type of genre.
I mean, I've been in a bunch of bands that you've never heard of. So, like,
Well, let's hear them.
I mean, I've been playing.
Shout out. Let's hear it.
Oh my God, man!
If you can remember.
You've never heard of them. They're like, this is a useless list.
Okay.
It is, but it did definitely. It was a good time. Like, I was in like I've been playing in bands since I was a young teenager. So like it's all a bunch of band, and it was in the
Got your whole
90s.
drum set upstairs.
I mean, yeah, literally, I have a drum set that's like 25 years old. That's 20. What is it? 2026. I got it. I got it New Year's Day, 2000.
Okay.
Like, so partied all night and then didn't go to sleep. Went and bought a drum kit the next day. Like, was like, I'm gonna play drums, and then so man, geez, you caught me off guard because I was not expecting to talk about band names. Like I was in a metal band in middle school called the Switchblade Soldiers.
That's a cool name.
And we were like seventh grade, like we had two bass players. We were that metal.
Oh, damn. That's hardcore right there. Junior
So
high school, 2 bass players.
yeah, it was banging. So like I was
And
in
were you bass or were you drums?
I played bass then. Yeah. I didn't
Okay.
I didn't start playing drums until 2000. I'm older than you think. So
So am I.
it's by 2000 I had already dropped out of college for the first time. So
Okay.
so
You're
yeah.
up there with Mikey.
Oh, sorry.
You're up there with Mikey in age.
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
Nah, I doubt it. You guys are definitely younger than me. So.
But yeah, we so I mean I was in a lot of I was in a ska band out of Tallahassee called the Hepidemics. We didn't tour or anything, but we were like the local, like we were talking about earlier, the Hippos, like we opened up for them. I've opened up for Real Big Fish,
Right.
Bucko 9.
Yeah, we got bands like that here.
Yeah, so
they don't
like,
tour. They're just a local band.
It was
they play around every once in a while, and they open like when big guys come to town. You know?
And it was college town, and it was the late '90s, so we were lucky enough to all the good bands like the bigger bands from Tallahassee, like the Double Deckers and Boccone Dolce. They were either on tour or
Barbecue Cats.
Yeah, it's a great record, man. I mean the singer of that band was the sound guy at the Cow House, like after they broke up. So like he was like a celebrity, man. He was like one of the coolest things.
On that 97 tour, I think we played at the Cow House with the Hippos with Skiff Dank, I think it was.
Yeah, Skiff Dank. They're actually from Gainesville, but they used to come to the Cow House all the time. I've seen them play
that's
times.
Roger Lima's sister is in that band.
Yeah, right. Aren't they? Because I've seen them in Less Than Jake play several times. Like,
yes, yeah, we a bunch of them. Pork Pie Tribe, from back in the day there too. Oh fuck, there's so many that I forgot. But
yeah, like I mean that was I lived like a mile from the Cow House, so like I like literally could walk there if I needed to. I tried not to because I'm fat, but like it was we would go there all the time just to hang out, like, and other you'd see, because it was a big enough venue where you like I saw Morphine play there like less than a month before that dude died. Like, so I mean it was a crazy, like I met Wesley Willis there. We bumped heads. Really? You know what I mean? Like that was just that time. It was like the place where you like went and saw bands and like, and then I was lucky enough to be in a couple of bands and play like, and I was in a couple of bands at the same time. Like I was in a hardcore punk band, Habitat Against Humanity, also a local band. We never like made a record or anything.
It's just the names.
Yeah.
The names are just so cool. I love hearing them. Habitat Against Humanity. What a freaking cool name for a punk band.
We actually got that idea from a Mystery Science 3000. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, I remember that.
We were like sitting around Stone and we were like, we need a band name, and we were watching that, and then they said something and we were like, that's it. We're gonna, and then we just rolled with it, and it was fun. It was a good time. I mean, like, but we never really, like, we were, I don't know, like we were just playing music to have fun, and like, we weren't really like we'd go and travel a little bit, but nothing like weeks at a time or anything. It was like a weekender or like here and there, and just just playing music for music's sake,
Exactly.
Give me just a moment, guys. Keep up the conversation.
kind of like now,
Oh yeah, I mean the
playing music
difference
for
is
music's sake.
yeah, I mean the difference is, I mean, Tim's like, we're gonna travel, and I'm like, all right, now's the time. Like, my kids are older now, so I'm able to, I mean, my wife's not super happy about it all the time, but
Kind of sounds like
but she
kind of
gets
sounds
it.
like
I
my
mean,
wife.
she understands now that,
Yeah.
like, he's like, now's the time to do it because I'm not getting any younger, and it's not like it's gonna be, something I could do, like, when I retire. I mean, maybe, who knows? Who knows?
You have grown kids?
No, they're teenagers, but like,
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, they, they don't, what I mean? As long as there's, money in their Venmo and like, they don't really,
Right. As long as dad's
you
paying the
know,
phone bill and there's food for them, they're good to go.
exactly. Like, they don't really need me to do anything. So it's like, now's the time to, like, I took a lot of time off music. Like, I stopped playing. Last time I was in a band before this one was 2012.
Hmm.
And I was in a pop punk band called A New Start from South Florida. And we had put out a few songs, but like, we were working on an album, same thing. Like, we worked on like 12 songs and had them ready to go. And then the record label that we were working with, which is a very small record label, but they were like, hey, we're closing up. And then we're like, okay, well, we're gonna put the songs out. And then we just sort of broke up, and like, I moved and like the band broke up, kind of thing. So
Oh yeah.
so
Tim, what about you? You'd mentioned some of the bands that you'd already been in.
Man, yeah, when I was in middle school, up through, man, it would have been, no, it would have been high school. Like when I was in middle school, I jammed with a bunch of dudes, just random. You know what I mean? We'd go and we'd have like, a new band name every, we'd go play the talent show kind of thing, or in someone's garage, to try to, get chicks, and that's kind of what it
Right.
was. But
But yeah, party in somebody's house, party in the
yeah, yeah,
garage
right,
or in the
right.
backyard, play
But
backyard shows.
my first real band, it was called Smack Jacket, and it was ska, and it was like ska and like grunge kind of like mixed together, and I was in high school, and I played with my buddy Matt, and we did that for a couple of years and really didn't do many shows. I mean, we were just kids writing songs, trying to smoke weed and skip school, and drink beer. So after after that, I got into like a sludge band, I guess, called Bonesaw. And I lived in Massachusetts, and we played all over. We played all over New England, New York. Up from like 2000 to 2005. And just I was a vocalist in that band, and it was cocaine and liquor is what it was. So
What what is sludge?
uh it just like slow,
Heavy, slow.
heavy death, and like we played like grindcore and like some
Okay.
stuff that wasn't even really now there's genres for it, right? But then, I mean,
Yeah.
it was just metal,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
yeah, we recorded an album at a studio, and we didn't have the money for the work. So the dude gave us a demo with like 30 seconds of each song, and we were going to try to save up the money to pay him for it, and then we ended up giving it to Phil Anselmo at a super joint ritual show at Lupo's in Providence. We ended up jumping on stage and giving it to him, and he just fucking threw it away. So that was like the Bonesaw CD that we had. We made a bunch of tapes. We'd sold tapes. It was super punk rock, actually. Like, we made a bunch of tapes on tape decks that we recorded in the garage, and we would just loop those tapes and we'd sell them, and they went around. It got pretty popular, and then I moved to North Dakota and I stopped playing for a while. Then I started a band called Shotgun Facelift in North Dakota. That was more groove metal, you know, and I kind of changed my approach to metal actually a little bit. It wasn't as guttural, you know, a little more melody in the screaming and stuff like that. And you know, I did that. I did that for a while, and I played acoustic stuff a lot, man. And I'd go from doing that, and I'd be going to play like acoustic reggae and like acoustic ska stuff. And you know, I came here and started this. So I haven't had, you know, I've had a few bands and a few jam sessions, but you know, they're more long term. You know what I mean?
Are you guys
Yes.
fans of Sisters of Mercy? Because I kind of hear a little bit of an influence of that.
I love Sisters of
Yeah,
Mercy.
that's
Right?
I do a cover of this corrosion.
Yeah.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
Love Sisters of Mercy.
Yeah, I was listening to your music because I like to get acquainted with the bands, and I kind of heard that type of vibe to it. It's like,
My
okay,
Lucretia.
yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Yes, you guys are awesome.
Yeah. Mikey Dubs, I was looking for some of the stuff, so I found a couple of the flyers from when we were on that '97 tour, and the Hippos played with Baker Act and Scaladays on one of the shows. I don't know if you guys could see that. It's too. Anyway. And then another show, we played with Pork Pie Tribe and Magic Dirt at Joe Mocha's in St. Petersburg.
Yeah, that's in like Tampa area, right? Yeah.
And then we played with Fisticuffs and Baker Act. In Florida. I don't remember everywhere in Florida where these were, but this was that first tour that we did. So if you're familiar with some of those places, but I remember the Cow Palace for something.
Yeah, that was in Tallahassee. Like I do recognize some of those band names, but only if they came through Tallahassee, like Scala Days, and there was also Magadog back then.
Yeah, Magadog, yeah. On what's his name that ran that record label that put their stuff out? Something with an orange something that he did all that stuff. Anyway, now I'm not sure if I already asked this, but who are your favorite bands to actually play with? Doesn't matter what genre for each of you.
You go first.
Like my favorite bands to play with.
Yeah, to play with.
I mean, of course, we already mentioned it. Left Hand Hot Dog. They're my favorite band to play with. But I mean, like now in this band,
yes,
like all the bands from Atlanta. Like I love Taj Motel Trio, Space Mutiny. What a show, man! They put on the best show. It's so much fun. If you get a chance to check them out, definitely their live show is banging. It is just so much fun. It is an alien trip, man. The Whiskey Brisket
was great.
Was such a fun show. They're so good. They do some wild stuff. Mr. Scientist is fun too. Like that was a super fun show. Like man, I honestly love playing with every band. Every band I played with playing with Tim. Like in this band, like we play with some of the most fun bands. Like we don't play with anybody who's like not great. And they're all super cool people, and like that's what's crazy is like it is like close enough. I love Close Enough. They're like I was a fan of them like for years before I ever met them.
Brandon plays
guitar
in the Hot Dogs too.
He also he plays in Left Hand Hot Dog. He plays in Catch These Hands, which is also a great band. We haven't played with them yet, but
he's the sax player?
No, the guitar player.
He's the guitar player for Left Hand Hot Dog.
Right. Yeah.
His band Close Enough, he sings and plays guitar. They're great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're great.
So
ska band.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd be hard pressed to find a band that I didn't like playing with. Honestly, like every band that I played with is like they're just super nice. Everyone's like super nice, welcoming. They're always like a fun hang. Like
so that shows something about the community.
Yeah, I mean that's more about the ska community than like honestly like me or our band. Like that's just like
The Unsustainables, man.
yeah,
They're so
so
good.
good. Like I don't know, man. Like, that's what I mean. That's one of the things why I've always loved. I mean, like I've loved ska since I was like before I even knew what it was. Like, like my older brother was like, listen to this radio show, and I was listening. He put on Dr. Demento when we were children because he's a couple years older than me, and we like I heard Mirror Mirror in the bathroom. I was like, I didn't even know what I was listening to, but
Mhm.
I was like, I don't know why I like this so much, but I really like as a young kid, just like dancing around while listening to the radio. It
Yeah.
was like, one of those things where you hear something and then you just sort of like get turned on to it. And then and that sort of sticks with you, right? I mean,
I like with the English beat, a lot of people love that album that has, what is Stand by Margaret and all that one.
yeah.
I just can't stop it. But my favorite
Yeah.
was Special Beat Service.
Oh,
That was
really?
my
Yeah,
favorite because
see,
it had a
that one
lot
wasn't so
more
much my favorite.
calypso and
No, it wasn't bad, but that's
Right,
definitely a
exactly.
deep pick.
It got a little more poppy. It was a little bit less ska, a little more poppy for me.
Yeah.
which was
Wappin was
Special
still pretty
Beat.
good, but Special Beat Service, yeah,
Oh,
because
no,
that
I
was
thought it
I
was
want to say
more
that was
calypso. It was more calypso and island.
83.
Uh, I don't know.
I think
I
so.
don't know if
82,
Special Beat.
83, maybe.
This,
I was listening to What Is Beat, which was that comp they put out,
oh yeah,
more like a greatest hits. So, because I was a cheap teenager and I'm like, oh look, I can get the best of all three of the, these two albums or these three albums, whatever it was. So
but for me
yeah,
it was more calypso and island. That Aki one two
you
three.
think so? Well, there's Aki, and there wasn't there a spa with me?
Yeah, Spar with, yeah, exactly, with
Yeah,
Roger and Bato,
yeah.
right? Bato did that
Pato
too,
and
right?
Roger, I go
Yeah,
talk.
yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right. There was another one. So for me, that was more of my style, and then the Just Can't Stop It was more two tone on that one.
Yeah,
But what about you, Tim? What
which was
about
my entry into
the
ska.
bands that you love?
Ugh.
Yeah, and like what bands? I also want to know, like, well, because Mikey just said it, but what band got you into ska? Like,
Okay.
what got you into ska? Mikey
Well,
said it was his
for
older
me,
brother.
yeah, for me, what got me into ska was living in Massachusetts and going to see the Boss Tones
Boss
when I was
Tones.
in ninth grade. And one of my favorite albums of all time is Question the Answers.
Mm.
I love that. I love that. And that I'd listen to some ska. I'd listen to like some reggae and things, and I was really, just a fan of music in general growing up. But when I was like, man, this is really something I want to start playing and doing, was seeing the Boss Tones, man, at the Middle East and being like, holy shit, like this is sneaking in, fake IDs, that kind of thing, trying to, you know, uh,
Hooligans.
They were punk rock, but they were like, it was a fun punk rock gig. You were gonna go
yeah,
dance,
man, yeah, and I'd
Yeah,
never
but they were
experienced
still like,
anything.
they were still going to Goodwill and getting their suits every night because they were, sweating in them and shrinking them up and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
they were, pretty much a DIY, pretty much a DIY band back at that in that time.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, and I
no,
mean,
well, I mean,
people
well,
shit on him a lot now, but Sublime was big for me back in the day.
yeah.
I loved Sublime. Like I was a huge fan of that. And oh man, like I was a big fan of. It wasn't really ska, but it kind of got me into Sublime. Like I was a big fan of the Dead Milkmen
Oh
and
yeah,
and then Camper Van
oh
Beethoven and
yeah,
kind of all that kind of stuff, and that kind of like
Really?
indie, yeah, and that like kind of like indie California rock kind of stuff is what kind of
Late
got me
80s,
into,
yeah.
yeah.
That
that
kind of
kind of
weird
got me
indie stuff,
into
yeah.
like
Those the bands that
hearing
had like one
Sublime
ska
and
song.
what's that?
It's just the bands that had like one semi type of like ska song.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Boss Tones like really got me kind of into it. And then I mean, man, that's all I wanted to do was impersonate Dickie Barrett, back then.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had and they made like the plaid pants the thing, like I had
Yeah.
the plaid pants, and I'd show up with the plaid pants to school and the suspenders and the nice shirt, and punch someone's face in when they talk shit to me, like.
The first time I ever heard the Boss Tones was on an album. This was like the early '90s. It was I think it was Scarface or Mashing Up the Nation, one of those. But Scarface had early Boss Tones called The Cave from the first album. But the album that really got me into them was More Noises. That was the album that really fucking stuck with me because it was way different than the other ska shit at the time.
Yeah,
Hardcore, you
way
had the punk
different.
rock, and you had the ska, and it was so fucking catchy.
And it's heavy.
And I think that album was, I think Where'd You Go was like their first real single, but they were actually signed to Tang early on, which was a hardcore label out of Boston. So they already had support from the very beginning, which is great. And then they signed to Mercury and Big Rig and all that shit later on.
But I think that's the thing that stuck with me too, man, was like the hardcore, like it was heavy. Like Dickie's voice, like he had so much grit.
Yep.
Like it was almost like he was like he could be playing with like Biohazard behind him and it would sound good. You know what I mean? Like,
and then you see him and you're all, wait, that voice comes out of that dude?
That guy. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, great fucking band. I don't care. You could say whatever you want about the fucking band now. They're a fucking amazing all the time that they were together to me, and they really were a big part of my ska journey growing up.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Fishbone, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, Fishbone for sure. Tim, what bands do you like playing with now?
It's kind of gonna piggyback off of what Mikey said here. Like we really just have had a good time with everybody here. The Atlanta scene all together. Obviously, Left Hand Hot Dog. Those are our homies. I love playing shows with them all the time. So I'm gonna give it to them. We have such a good time together. We've got history together, and we're making more memories out there this summer. So I'm gonna give that spot to them.
Fuck yeah.
There you go.
I want to go back to the tour that you have coming up because there's a couple things I forgot to ask. You guys are playing August 10th and 11th, Flagstaff and Phoenix. Who are you guys actually playing with? Because we know a lot of bands out there.
Okay, so let's see. In Phoenix, we're playing with Bounce House Ska. So
we're very
dude,
tight.
they are the nicest people. Sarah Rose and her husband are freaking awesome. They own a food truck.
Uh-huh.
And she knows how to cook. Dude, she's gonna hook you up. I promise you, okay?
Sick. Well, hey, look, I'll remember that too. Good meal on the road, right?
You have to play with Swigfoot too.
Yeah, they weren't available, and I hit up a bunch of bands trying to. I think Flagstaff, the venue is actually putting something together for that with some local bands. So I don't know that we're going to be playing with another ska band.
You should, for Flagstaff, closest you should play with was with the Scavalinas today.
Okay.
Because that's northern Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
And the Scavalinas are playing Supernova and they're a big band in the area. One of the guys actually owns I think the drummer owns a skate shop there.
Oh, sick.
But I think your genre will mix well.
Okay.
The way you guys sound, I think both your sound will mix well with
dude, if they're available, I'm all about it.
Well, always hit us up. We know a lot of fucking bands, so always hit us up if you ever need anything.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Look,
we know a few.
we got hooked up. In booking this, I got hooked up with a lot of folks too that I didn't know, and we've already made some homies before we've even gone out on the road. So I'm stoked about that. Yeah. Horizon Point, we put together a bunch of shows. With Horizon Point and Jordan and Jen are like just super cool to deal with, and So we're doing some shows with them in
You
New
got hooked up
York.
with Nick from Odd Advantage.
Yeah, Nick from Odd Advantage.
Wait, so
You-
you're playing with the Horizon in Frisco or
Lodi,
in
and they're
Lodi?
hopping on our
Lodi.
yeah, and they're hopping on our San Francisco show. Well,
Lodi,
Pacifica, but
Lodi's pretty far from them. Lodi's like 3 hours from them, I think.
yeah, we're playing in Pacifica. Then they booked a show for us in Lodi the next day.
Now, see what happens when you jump on a festival. You get to know all these fucking bands and get all these connections and shit.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
And they're a great band. Mikey and I hung out. They actually stayed with us at an Airbnb that we had because
Yeah,
they played
Rude Girl Riot.
a ska fest that I had last year.
Oh, cool.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, it was called the
Yeah.
Rude Girl Riot Festival, and they played and they stayed with us at the Airbnb. Mikey did an interview with them live
Got him on the radio.
show, and
Yeah.
Awesome.
fucking great band, great people. That can't say enough good things about them. So let's get back on track. I want to know, for the 2 years that your band has been together, what challenges have you guys faced? Adversities overcome, things like that. You could say things about past band members, whatever you want to talk about.
Alabama has been a blessing and a curse, right? I mean, like, look, we can't really shit on anybody. We've had everyone's been so supportive, and everyone who's been in the band has really they've given their all.
Yeah.
And I mean, just being from Alabama, people immediately kind of are like, hey, whoa, they don't kind of want, they don't want to talk to you. We've run into that a little bit, and our old logo actually had the Alabama flag in the background, and then it had the checkerboard and then the shotgun in front of it, because it was something that we thought was pretty cool. We're from here, and some people were like, whoa, that's kind of weird. And, I don't know that I would want to wear anything with that. And we're like, dude, it's the state flag, man. It's not anything like, Confederate or not. Like, we're not that, right? And so we ran into that a lot where people by default thought that we would be, just raging bigots, I guess, right? Like, so, and then they talk to us and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like from where he's from California. I'm originally from California, and I've never been to Alabama, but I have not heard good things about things that happen in Alabama.
Right. So,
hey, listen, I'm going to go grab the charger real quick, Mikey.
Yeah.
All right. It's got a little bit of a bad connotation. That's all I'm saying. But I'm wondering.
Definitely, it gets a bad rap. But I mean, the thing is, I don't know. For the most part, like, trust me, those people exist, right? I mean, that's the reality. Is there are definitely some shitty people, and they're everywhere. It's not just Alabama, but Alabama has a reputation for it. But for the most part, we meet a lot of really cool people in our state. You know what I mean? Like, people that are like that don't hang around for very long if they do come around. You know what I mean? Because they find out real quick that, like, we're not. You know what I mean? We're not into like like whoa, wait, what did you just say? Like, nah, like, what I mean?
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Right.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's it's the state. It's there's people. There's people that.
Yeah, but the thing is too,
Yeah.
is you guys are in a scene that, like, like Mikey was saying, people don't put up with that,
Right.
and so you're not around that. Yeah, there's those kind of people out there, but there's also good people.
Right.
And I think most of the good people gravitate towards other good people,
Right. Yeah.
especially in this community.
Coming here was a bit of a culture shock for sure, right? There's a lot of eye-opening stuff that happen, and things that people talk about all the time. When you're like racial equality and support for the gay community and things like that. Like, you take that for granted. When you live in a place like Massachusetts, like when I lived in Massachusetts, because it's just everyone is that way. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. You come to a place like this and you realize that that stuff that's real. That's not stuff that people are just, saying that they support. Like here, that shit is happening. Like so. It's kind of wild when you see it, firsthand, and you're like, whoa, like really, like this stuff is really happening here. People are being oppressed, and it blows my mind. It blows my mind. And one thing I will say, Alabama is a beautiful state. I love. I've met a lot of great people here. The scenery is beautiful. There's a lot to do. The weather's great. The cost of living's cool. Like, it's great. But man, their government is fucking oppressive.
Yeah.
And all the bigots and the bullshit. Like, that's real, man. That's real. And when we're out here, and we show up to a spot, and people assume that that's how it is, there's a part of me that is upset for the state of Alabama, because it's better than that here, man. Like there's so many better people here. But that's been that single-handedly has been our biggest downfall, is that, we're from Alabama. So people immediately like they don't want to assume that we can throw down. First of all, like they're like, oh, these guys can't play. Like, and then secondly, people just assume that we're assholes because we're from Alabama.
See, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, listen to the music, and then
right.
Okay, now where are they from? Alabama. Okay, big deal. Listen to the music.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Listen to the music.
Instead, you just feel like, oh, sorry, they're from Alabama. They can't
right?
get out. They can't get out and play with all these other bands.
From,
just like what's
from Alabama?
Was a Flying Raccoon Suit is like the only band in their state too.
Mississippi.
Yeah,
right. They have to travel out of state too to play with bands.
Yeah. But isn't that like that whole little, South Florida coming up Panhandle, and then isn't Mississippi right there, and then Alabama? Because isn't Mobile, Alabama, like on the Gulf?
The Gulf,
yeah, it's on the Gulf. So
yeah,
you hit Alabama first, the little stem, and then Mississippi right.
And then
but then there's also Louisiana, like right there, right?
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, there's a little breath of life down there, and again, compared to kind of where we're at, I would say that spot is a little more cultured, and that's why, because the beach is there. People want to go to the Gulf. Like we're out in the middle of nowhere, man. Like
that's what you said.
We're by Talladega.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Get out! Really, you're by Talladega?
Yeah, we are. Like it's like 10 minutes from here.
Oh, sorry. My kid and I used to watch NASCAR all the time, and I loved the super speedways. And Talladega was that a 2.5 mile super speedway. These guys get going over 200 miles an hour. Daryl, sorry.
Hey, look, when Talladega happens, it's Scott City.
Yeah,
it's a checkerboard everywhere.
Yeah, right, exactly, huh? My Inland Empire just came out right now, so. So Mike lives in Oneonta.
Oneonta.
Oneet.
Yeah.
Is that, how close is that to you guys?
It's about 45 minutes northwest of where we're at.
So still pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
He's even more in the middle.
He's even further out. At least we're on the highway. We're at least on a highway.
Yeah. We're off the
interstate. Now we've got a few more questions for you before we wrap up. If each of you could bring any one artist or band back from the past that is no longer together, or an artist that's alive, which band or artist would this be for each of you?
Dude, that is like an impossible question. It's like, what do you do? Like in their prime, like prime time too?
Yes. Well, it depends.
Like, yes.
You definitely don't want some bands that were not in their prime. So the band that was in a prime at the time, yes.
Yeah, so like specials, prime specials.
Yeah, like that would be
like one of my said was the Cramps.
Oof. I mean, what do you do? Like go superstar like the
either.
Beatles? Like I would love to go back in time and like see the Beatles, like
what they would be like now.
like what? Like yeah, if they
Not
were
Which
now.
Beatles?
like
Which
25 and like making music now, that would be.
The Beatles, the Beatles that dropped acid and had
I mean,
mustaches.
sure,
Like,
yeah.
those
Are you talking
Beatles.
about
I think
Sergeant
I'd rather
Pepper's
see the Stones when they were doing that.
Man, the Stones.
I mean, there's so many great man. That's an impossible question to just like have an answer. Just like it's like yeah, like what?
Well,
Oh,
it's okay. It's a discussion.
Yeah.
that's like
I mean, look, I wouldn't
Oh.
say, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't go immediately and make it like a genre related, like it wouldn't be ska or reggae or whatever. I mean, I would go deep. I'd want to see, I'd want to see, I mean, I'd want to see Huddy Ledbetter, right?
Oh,
Like that would be
Yeah.
amazing, right? Like
Blues?
I'd want to see Glenn Miller. Like I
Oh,
would want
geez.
to. I mean, you know what I mean? Like there's so many different. Like I'd want to see Janis Joplin. I'd want to see the Doors.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
I mean,
when
I wouldn't be in the
I
front row,
said that
but I
one
would
time
love
for
to see
sure.
the Doors
Yeah,
like
yeah.
back.
Definitely, yes, definitely.
You know,
Yeah, we'll drop acid,
not
we'll
like the
smoke pot,
Ian
we'll go see the
Asbury
Doors.
Doors, but like the real Jim Morrison
Yeah,
Doors. Like,
Yeah, when they were punk rock.
Yeah.
I
I mean, yeah. I mean, of course, like, Bob Marley, like, I mean, there's so many. Gosh, man, that is such
that's impossible.
That's
That is impossible.
there's no wrong answer.
My
right? There's no
battery
right
bank
answer.
cannot support that question.
We can always
Oh.
come back to it if you guys want to.
Oh,
But
man.
we're going to ask another question, which is kind of similar. You might have to, well, you probably should know it right off the bat, but what are each of your pet peeves and addictions?
Oof, Mikey, you go first.
Oh man. I try to be pretty chill, man. So I don't have any real like there's nothing really out there that like sort of bothers me. It's more of a behavior thing. Like, or like so I don't really have any like real pet peeves to be honest. Like stupidity. That one bothers the fuck out of me. Like this is why I don't like the Seinfeld, right? Because they never learn, right? Worst show ever. Like they never fucking learn anything. And people love that shit. And I'm like, they're retarded. I mean, I can't use that word, but they're stupid and they never learn. How do they have beautiful apartments? Like, so
How come they
that
make
bothers
money?
me. But
How
other
come
than
they live
that,
in
and
New
I
York
don't
and
know
never
anybody
want to
like that in
fucking
real
work?
life. So,
I like it.
Crazy.
oh man.
What about an addiction?
Addictions,
You got a
though.
record label addiction, record collection? What?
No,
Beanie Babies,
And t-shirts.
band t-shirts.
band T-shirts.
That's understandable.
A black t-shirt with preferably white screen print. I own probably close to 100 of them. If you sell a 2X and it's a black t-shirt, even if there's color on it, I'll buy it. But if it's black with white, I will own it if it's in my size. I have bands from all over that are like, we don't have 2X, and I like give them my information and prepay. Like I'm that into it. Like if we've played with if I've seen a band or I've played with a band and I don't own their t-shirt, it's their fault at this point because I've literally done everything I can for you for me to buy your merch.
Yeah.
Like so many that I still have like I've got a like I can't hang them up, so they're like some of them are not even washed or like they're still in the like they're still rolled up with the tape. Like, so I took one out of a bag today. I was like, "Oh, check this out!" And my wife was like, "What?" They just come out. They just appear. They're like tribbles. Like,
Yo, I didn't know I had a duplicate of this band already. Shit. What about you, Tim?
Yeah, that's my closet. Black T-shirts with white white printing. Yeah, that's my closet. Oh, hey, and I'm digging the Aloha shirt too. No, you, Mikey, with the Aloha
Pie
shirt.
Tasters?
oh yeah, thanks.
No, the Aloha shirt. He's got his Aloha shirt
Oh,
on with his
I've
Pie
got
Tasters.
a pretty decent collection of these too. So
Hibiscus flowers, no? What are those?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
He's got his finest Aloha wear on,
And he's wearing a Pie Taster shirt.
and he's wearing the Pie Taster shirt. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the reissue from when they went on tour. What was that last year or the year before? So
Oh.
great show.
Yeah.
So I think for me, indecision is like the thing that kills me,
Yeah.
right?
I hear
Um,
that.
I am always decisive, like, and deliberate with what I do. So that kind of kills me. And I think as far as an addiction, I mean, look, man, I love weed. I've loved weed my whole life. I love weed and all, like, if I could just taste it and swish it around in my mouth like a wine, like, I love weed.
Are you talking about both analog and digital?
I like the analog. I like the analog. I'm not a big digital guy.
I've
I'm
got
not.
I'm not either, but I put a little bit of digital in with my analog. So it works really good for me. I was waiting for you to bring it up. When did you start smoking?
So I started smoking. I was 9 years old,
Oof.
and I had stolen some weed from my stepdad, and I went across the street and smoked it out of a beer can. And
With pinholes?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I thought I was badass, and I didn't
You
really even
probably
get high.
were.
I didn't get high. And then the next time I smoked, I got super high.
Made up for it.
But man, yeah, that was
It's funny, I
that was
remember
like,
doing the same thing.
yeah, that was it for me, man. Like that was a life changer. Like I love weed. I love it as medicine. I love it as entertainment. Weed is my mistress in this life, like
Did
it's
you ever core out an apple and smoke it like that too?
oh,
'Cause
I've
I have.
smoked out of plenty of apples, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
You'd be surprised. He's like, you'd be surprised at the shit we've
It's
smoked
Granny
out.
Oh yeah, we
Smith,
smoked out of
Red
I mean-
Delicious.
yeah, we smoked out of some stuff, man. If it's in your house, we've smoked out of it.
We'll figure it
If
out.
it's
Bro,
if it's out in the
my
woods,
friends
we've
and
smoked.
I,
Yeah.
oh my God, my friends and I, we couldn't and usually we'd roll a joint. My buddy would roll a big fat joint. And we'd smoke that, but every once in a while, they'd be like looking around the house for shit that could turn into a pipe or something. I started
My
later. I
favorite,
started when I was 15, but are you a wake and bake guy pretty much all day long?
you know what? So here's the thing. I stopped smoking for a while because of my job, and then when I started, I got kind of a real funny story about it. I was able to stop. Didn't mean that I didn't miss it, right? Because again, it's the thing that I
Yeah.
love the most. You can tell me that I'll never have a beer again, and I'd be okay with it. If you told me that weed was off the table forever, I would be very upset.
Yeah, see, I understand this mindset. I
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely do.
but I quit smoking for quite a few years actually,
I actually
um,
did
be,
too.
because of work, and I played a show with Head PE, and they needed to
Oh, yeah.
borrow my cymbals, and they said, "Hey, can we borrow your cymbals? We'll smoke you out in our Winnebago if you want to smoke." And I was like, "Fuck yeah." And I hadn't smoked in a while. And the weed had changed substantially. And
Right?
I was not aware.
Well, I don't think Head PE is smoking some swag shit. They're probably
No,
smoking some damn
no,
good
no,
shit.
no. And so we sat in their Winnebago, and they had they packed the bowl, and it was there was like moon rocks in it, and I didn't know what moon rocks were because that wasn't a thing when I had stopped smoking. And I chalked this thing up trying to look like a hero, and got this thing nice and chalked, and I'm a pro. And
Oh no.
I just remember it was 30. It was in Moorhead, Minnesota. It's 30 below outside, and I'm in a Winnebago smoking moon rocks with Head PE, and I had to go open the show up. And I go out and I forget my fucking lyrics because I was so high, and my guitar player had to kick me. And in the microphone, I said, "Get it together, man."
You're talking to yourself in your head and you said it out
In the
loud.
microphone. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was able to kind of pull myself together to do the show. And I went outside and immediately laid in the snow trying to come down because I was so high. But yeah, man, I mean, again, I love weed. I love everything about it. And right now, I don't smoke from the moment I get up, Yeah, I get out of work or whatever, I'll smoke. Sometimes I go a few days without it, right? But that is the only thing in this world that I have to have. Even if I'm not smoking it right now, like I always have weed. I've always got I've always got a good bong. I've always got like papers, everything with me at all times because when I want it, I want it, I need it, has to happen.
Got it.
I hear you.
So you like
Yeah.
weed?
I love
All right. So, what does the future hold for Analog Daydream? We briefly talked about new material coming out, but we know you've got this tour coming up. You've got it from August 10th. I think you guys start in Flagstaff, I believe.
Oklahoma City
Oh, Oklahoma.
on the
Okay.
8th.
I think I'm missing that on this list here.
Yeah.
And then you guys go through basically mid or like through October. You guys hit Flagstaff, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, Menifee.
Albuquerque.
Actually, yeah. Oh, there's an Albuquerque in there too.
Yeah, that's the 9th.
Yeah.
You're gonna play here in LA. You're gonna be up in the San Francisco type area.
Pacifica.
Yeah.
Pacifico. You're gonna be in Lodi area. You're gonna be in Reno, Nevada.
Reno.
Up there. Then you're gonna take a day to travel. You're gonna hit up Salt Lake City in Utah, and then Denver,
Denver.
Colorado. Are you guys? Who are you guys playing with in Salt Lake and in Denver? Do you guys?
Atypical Heroes in Salt
yeah.
Lake.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
What's his name? His name is
Jesus.
Yes, Jesus. That's right. I was thinking Jesus. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Jesus Acosta. Yeah, we're stoked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Denver, and then after that we've got.
That's funny because
Kansas
Jose
City.
got them a show here in Long Beach.
Okay.
Typical Heroes. Yeah, when they came here. And
Yeah.
then Denver. Who are you guys playing with?
Oof. I'd have to look at
The Dendrites.
No, it's at the tip of my tongue right
Five
now.
Iron
too.
Frenzy.
No. You know what?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got my phone.
Yeah.
It says on our sheet probably.
Oh,
It
that's
doesn't
okay.
say on the sheet. I tried looking up what it was, but I just saw a bunch of dates.
Man, it's hard to remember all the dates.
It's a lot of moving parts.
That's good. Yeah, because
But yeah, everyone's been so cool. Everyone's been so cool about everything here. Let's see here. That one is. What does it say?
I don't know what it says because I don't know how you have this organized.
How's it? Yeah, what's it say? Oh, wait, let's see here. Oh, sorry, sweetheart, Zach Barker.
Oh, okay.
Looked it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do a lot of shows in the Midwest and the East Coast also as well.
Yeah. Sorry, sweetheart. So yeah, we're stoked. And again, it's all the cool, all these bands and all these people that have like come together to help us out. It's we're making friends. That's the thing. Being able to come out and create memories and hang out with people and share music. Share a beer, smoke a doobie with somebody. Have a good time. That's really what it's about. So.
Yeah, that's what we try to do when the bands come out here and stuff like that. We try to go support them and everything like that. Horizon came out, Swigfoot came out. We saw them together.
Yeah.
Just all the fucking bands that come through, we try to go through,
Buy their
especially the
merch.
ones that we interview and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Horizon
drinks.
Point too. Like they I talked to them about doing hopping on some shows that I was booking, in July. And then when they found out I was trying to get some stuff in California, they were so supportive and like they hopped on that show Pacifica, found us the show in Lodi, booked the show, and then I was struggling in New York trying to find an opener or not even an opener, but just regional support or local support in New York because the fest is going on that Friday,
Right.
and they were able to pull together a show. We're going to be playing with Title Holder.
Okay.
So that's going to be fun.
You gotta hit up Ryan Miller. He does Subway to Scoville.
Yeah, I did. He
Autos?
wasn't able to come up with anything, but
Okay.
but everyone's been so just supportive and down to help, which has been cool. But the future, we're planning on playing in Mexico. We're gonna start going down to Mexico and doing some dates in Mexico. And then we're gonna try to hit up Europe next year and
What
see how that goes.
what part of Mexico are you talking about? More like Houston, below Houston, or
Monterrey,
okay,
Mexico City.
yeah,
Like the plan is to kind of go down and do a weekend and play 2 shows, in Mexico City, and then come back, budget airline stuff, and then hook up, with some backline gear.
yeah.
So we're trying to keep it
Yeah,
on the
hit up
cheap,
the
right?
guys from Voodoo do a lot of stuff down in Mexico too. So you can
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hit up hit up Eddie. Eddie's the one that deals with the most. He's the guitarist from there that deals with the most
Okay.
of that. So Eddie could probably help you out there too. But there's a shitload of Mexican ska bands that can help you out too. Fucking
I
Inspector.
love Mexican ska.
And yeah, there's tons. Even the Agrolite guys have a lot of connections down there. The Hepcat guys do too. So any of that, if you want any connections, we know, especially here in LA. I've got all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now I want to know where can we find your music? We know it's not available physical yet, but what about digitally? Where can we go ahead and listen to your music?
It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Apple Music, Spotify,
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
Now, there is physical media.
There is physical media.
There is. And where can we
And
find
if you
it?
get it at the merch table,
But at our merch table only.
and you're going to get songs that are not online.
Yeah.
So if someone like Mikey that's in Hawaii wanted your physical media,
Yeah.
how would he approach it? Would he email you?
Hit
or
us up on
Instagram
our
directly?
hit us up on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll hook it up.
And
Yeah.
what's the physical media that you guys have besides
We got CDs.
Yeah.
CDs? Okay,
Right now.
Yeah.
okay, of different albums,
No, it's just one,
just the
and
one.
it's got 4 songs on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 of them.
Three of them are
online. There's one that is not, and it's a dope song, but I prefer to leave it this way because it's cool to give. If somebody wants to come and spend $10 on our CD, we were actually selling them for 5, but people give us 10 because people are awesome. But if someone wants to come and spend the money on the CD, I want to be able to give them something a little extra for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Totally.
if someone comes out to the show and they support us,
So not necessarily a song you'd want to hear on the radio.
Oh, it's probably the most radio friendly song we have.
Yeah.
Exclusive
Well,
only.
I'm gonna have to get a CD then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll hit you up on Instagram or Facebook,
Right on.
Cool.
Yeah.
and I'll give you $10. I'll even pay for shipping.
Right on. Right
How
on.
gracious.
Media mail. Media mail. Hey,
Do you
listen,
have
if
Do you
if
have black
decide you
T-shirts?
want one, we'll send you a little care pack.
Do you have black T-shirts with white lettering on them?
No, everything is green.
Everything is
Black
okay.
and green.
It is a black T-shirt. So
That works. Double X?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good deal.
Awesome. Now, any last words that you have for the fans of Analog Daydream and the viewers of our channel?
Me, I don't talk.
You go first.
To our fans, I appreciate everything you do. I am like blown away that anyone wants to listen to music that I make. And that's legit. Like for real. Like I am just blown away by the fact that people come out and they want to dance and party and have a good time. And it puts a smile on my every time I go to a show and there's 5 people or 50 people or like there could be 1,000 people and I'm just like blown away that they want to like see and hear and hang out and like I just love it. So thank you. That's blows me away. So
Yeah, we love y'all. We see y'all out there. And that's it's your family, and thank you every one of y'all who's come out to a show, who's danced, who's bought a T-shirt, who's come, hung out at the merch booth, someone who's coming out, smoke a joint, whatever. Like we love it. So thank y'all very much, and it's just gonna keep happening, man. Like we're here to work. That's what it is. We've only been around for 2 years, but we're really, really pushing to be known. We want people to, who we are, what we're about, and have the opportunity to experience one of our shows. So we're going to keep pushing. The older we get, the more, the more drive I get, honestly. Though every year it passes by, it's another year closer to the end of it, right? So, now's the time. Like we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna have a great time and enjoy every connection we make along the way.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, gentlemen, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with us, taking the time out of your busy lives for us. Want to thank you for everything. Hold on real quick. We are going to talk to you right after, but thank you very much. I'll definitely see you in August when you're out here. But hold on real quick. All right, guys?
Awesome.